Hey everybody, and welcome back to our channel. This is Dome Life and I'm Kelly, and I want to give you a tour of my camp kitchen. I have given you a tour a couple of years ago, but I've got a bunch of new things and I want to share that with you. Before I get started, I want to remind you to check every Thursday 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We post our vlogs on our channel. So let's get started. First thing, the most important thing is my cooker. This is actually a Bass Pro cooker. It is upgraded from my old one. What I love about this cooker is that it has a turn start, so there's no need to have a lighter. What you do is you'll turn on the burner and it's lit. It's actually a lot more quiet than my old cooker that I had. This also puts out 25,000 BTUs per oven range, cooking range, cooktop. So that's a lot of BTUs. The only downside is if you're not using a large propane cylinder and you're just using the small ones that we have here, you're gonna burn through it fairly quickly. But that also means you're getting more power while you're cooking, so better temperatures, and my food actually comes out a lot better. Second off, I have a new tub that I'm keeping all of my kitchen gear in. The reason I got a new tub is because the old one actually cracked, and this is all they had at the store, and we were like, you know what, we'll get it, we'll try it. The lid just opens like this and it latches closed like that. Well, it's kind of weird right now, but everything fits in here perfectly. I can actually even store, whoops, sorry guys, my oven in here in the box, which I'll open that later and show you how that goes together. But everything fits in here perfectly. It's actually a little bit bigger, which sits better in the back of our truck. So nothing's really changed in here pretty much. It's the same. I can put my 9x9 pan that I put in the oven. I can actually store that in here. I have a new cutting board. This is a bamboo wood cutting board. But I really just store my essential items. I've got silverware, small knives in here. We have one French press. This French press is actually fairly new. What I like about it is it is insulated, so it'll keep our coffee nice and hot on cold days. I always carry trash bags, of course. We have two regular cups, and these are actually from Walmart, but they work probably just as good as the Yeti, I think, because it keeps hot liquids really hot and cold liquids really cold, and plus, you know, you're drinking it anyway, so you know. Then we have two coffee mugs, which these are our coffee mugs. If you have not yet picked one up, you can go to domelife.camp. We have them on there. I carry one measuring cup, and it is plastic, so that way it doesn't break. I have a strainer here. Usually I use it to strain beans, fruit, maybe vegetables, just to clean stuff. I did get new actual dishes. These are from gear.com. They're the Bare Bones brand. I like these better than the other ones we had. They're deeper. The bowls are deeper, and they're just pretty. And I haven't had any issues with them breaking or anything like that. So here I have my cast iron skillets. I have two skillets. This is my original one that I used if you know you need anything deep dish. I have this lid in case I need to cover to cook anything, and it fits my big pot as well. This is another cast iron skillet, so it's got leaves on it, that I use to maybe toast bread or make pancakes or anything like that that doesn't need a lip. Here are my Bare Bones brand plates. This is the only nick I've gotten on it. I think I dropped it when I was drying it, and that happened. But these plates are actually a little bigger than the plates that we had, so kudos to that. Also, here is my oven mitt. I will use this for my oven when I'm removing the pan, or maybe if I'm cooking anything over the fire, which we'll get to that in a little bit. This is a fairly new pot. I got this for the handles because I can also use it as a mixing bowl. So I can cook with it on the stove, and I can use it as a mixing bowl if I would like. And it came with this lid that fits on that as well. And actually, I get a lot of people asking about this brand. This is the brand of this pot here. I just got this at Kroger. You can usually find it at any local grocery store. I've seen that brand quite often. This pot is actually very old. I got a new one for the house and ended up putting this one in here. It's Emerald brand. As you can see, it's been used. We actually got this for our wedding anniversary, or no, for our wedding as a wedding gift. So it's been around the block. We've been married for 11 years, like 12 years this year. So this has been around. I have a small, as you can see, it's kind of skinny, cheese grater, which if you see me make my biscuits, I cut my butter into my biscuits with this side of the cheese grater as well. Now let's get to my cutlery. I have quite a few things in here. First thing, this is Cody's. This is a fillet knife. So anytime he's fishing and he catches something, we can fillet it and I can cook it up. I still carry a lighter for the campfire, and you know, just in case you might need a lighter when you're out here. I have two of these, I guess you would call them tongs, I'm not really sure. One's short and one's long, so you know, you have options. I have a whisk. I have a juicer, as in for like lemons or limes. I do a lot of stuff, cook with a lot of stuff with that, so that comes in handy. This is a new kitchen knife. It is actually from Pampered Chef. It is a very good knife. I love this knife. It is probably the best knife I've ever purchased in my life, and for the price, it was only $21. Very affordable, and it works really well. I have a spatula. I have converted to some wooden utensils as well. This is kind of a spatula here and a spoon. I also have a can opener. And these two are fairly new, which will jump into the next thing I'm going to talk to you about. This came from the same place that our pressure cooker came from. This is a ladle, so which I really needed for soup because that other spoon just does not do justice. And then this looks like something we could use whenever we're frying something. There's lots of times I need to pick something up and get all the juice out and, you know, serve it. So I forgot that there is one more thing. We just got through using it though. This is a very used tea kettle that I carry in the tub. This is usually where I store the tea kettle, and everything has a certain spot. And I put my silverware there, and then I put the oven on top here. So before I talk about the oven, I want to talk about the pressure cooker, because the last two utensils I showed you go with a pressure cooker. So this is my pressure cooker. This has come in handy a lot. I don't know if you've ever used a pressure cooker in your home. They have the digital ones that you can use. I personally have never used a pressure cooker until we got this thing right here. And I have cooked anything I cook in my crock pot at home that takes 6 to 8 hours. I've cooked in here for an hour or maybe 30 minutes or less. I have made so many sauces and stews in here. It's just amazing. How this works is you unscrew the top here. This is what holds the lid down. Oh, kind of stuck. So as you can see, there's a rubber seal that comes here that keeps it from staying on. And it is very used. Take a peek inside. We've used it a lot. Whenever you're ready to use it, you put all your stuff in there. You'll set this on top, tighten it down, and you'll set it on the campfire. These two nozzles here are the release for the steam. So whenever you're done cooking with it and you pull it off, these will have steam coming out of them. You let them go until there's no steam. Then you can take the lid off. This right here is just a handle to pull the lid off when it's hot. Now we can talk about my oven. I use this oven a lot. If you watch any of our vlogs, you'll probably see me use it at least once in each vlog. But it comes quite handy. It works just as well, if not better, than the oven that we have at home. Same thing, you will, you know, turn it on here, start it. This is your indicator that tells you what temperature it is set at. I do sometimes have trouble keeping it equal at what temperature it's supposed to be, but I've never really had an issue with any of my food not tasting good. I've had it burned on the bottom, but not so much that it didn't taste good. I've learned some things. I'll flip them over in the middle of cooking it. I've heard people say you can put a pizza stone at the bottom, wrap it in foil. Now, we have never had an issue with it holding in heat. We've had an issue with it being too hot, but not holding in heat. So it does cook, and I love the thing. This is Coleman brand. They have this on Amazon, and we will put the link below. So to open it, you just twist this open here. You'll just twist it this way. This is the inside of it. It has one grate, which works fine for just me and Cody. So like I showed you, this is a 9x9 pan. There's no lip around it, so it fits perfectly in here. I don't try anything smaller than this, because if we're making a casserole, or maybe we do have my brother or somebody else around, we want to feed more people. I did have a round pan and it just wasn't big enough. So this is perfect. And this is Martha Stewart brand, by the way. I just got this at my grocery store as well. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, this pressure cooker, the brand is mengrills.com. You can go to their website and look around. You can purchase this or the 2 utensils I showed you a minute ago. If you want to take 10% off, you just put in the checkout for the discount code DOMELIFE and you will get 10% off your purchase. Next, we have the cast iron Dutch oven. This is a pretty big one. I know they've got smaller ones, and I think they have bigger ones than this, but as you can see, this is used quite a bit as well. I have made lasagnas in this. I've made pastas in this. It really just depends. I can cook any of these things in the pressure cooker or the oven, on the stovetop. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If we have a lot of people and I'm feeding them, then I would probably cook it on this pot here. But it is cast iron, and we do put it over the fire if we want to cook in it. So it has a handle here to pick it up with. This is removable. The lid has the lip, so if you wanted to put coals or wood on top to kind of make it like an oven effect, it holds that on top perfectly. Next, I'm going to come to my water jug. This is a 6-gallon water jug, and I got this at Walmart, I believe. But we use this to wash dishes, wash our hands. We just fill this thing up with water, and it's pretty easy. With that also is my tub. This is what I would wash my dishes in. It's deep, so you can put a lot of dishes in it. And if we are staying at a campground that has a dishwashing station, I could just put my dishes in it to carry it over there. So that comes in handy. Last but not least, we have a table. We've gone through 2 tables. Everybody needs a table to cook on, because we primitive camp, and a lot of places we camp at don't have picnic tables, so this comes in really handy. If we camp somewhere with a picnic table, then it's a bonus. We have extra cooking counter space. I guess this concludes my camp kitchen. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the other.